Well, what a few days it's been. On Thursday night, Channel 4 released undercover footage, supposedly of a Reform UK activist making seriously derogatory remarks against the Prime Minister, disgusting racial language used about asylum seekers crossing the Channel. And subsequently, it's turned out that this supposed activist is actually an actor. Here's Nigel talking about what we found out so far. I've added in some footage from the actor himself so you can see exactly what Nigel is talking about.
And now we get the most incredible saga over the last 24 hours. A so-called Reform UK activist turns up in the Clacton office last Saturday, goes out with an undercover, apparently, Channel 4 news team, and makes a series of very, very racist, derogatory remarks about Rishi Sunak.
Get the young recruits there, yeah, with guns on the beach, target practice, just shoot them.
Racist language was repeatedly used, here directed at the Prime Minister, Rishi Sunak.
We got him. What's good is he?
About people crossing the Channel who he wants to shoot, about turning every mosque into a Wetherspoons. I mean, I watched this stuff. I thought, this is just so over the top. No one speaks like this. This is like an Alf Garnett comedy sketch going back 50 years. And yet, overnight, we found out that the guy is an actor. So we called him this morning. The Daily Telegraph called him this morning. He denied being an actor. After a short period of time, he admitted to other media outlets that he was an actor. And then we found his own website, where he speaks and advertises his services for adverts, for acting, whatever else it may be. And he describes himself as being very well spoken.
Hello, my name's Andrew Park. I'm an extremely experienced actor. I've been in plenty of films. I've worked with quite a lot of A-listed actors. I've done a lot in Pinewood Studios, a lot in Warner Brothers. I've also been flown over to Serbia to be involved as a character in a video game. I've done Virgin Train adverts and many more.
But he has an alter ego. He can do what he calls rough talk, all right?
If I had my way, this lot would be out of here, I'm telling you. Absolute waste of drinking space. The whole lot of them think they're some sort of Brad Pitt or they're doing some big movie scene somewhere. Most of them wouldn't be good enough at the church nativity play. Wasting my time, wasting everyone's time. It's about time they got themselves off their arses and done a proper bloody job.
Now, when he turned up in the office in Clacton last Saturday, I was there at the desk working. He turned up and it was proper call blimey governor, right? He was playing the alter ego. He was acting and not being himself from the moment he arrived. Then he goes out, by coincidence, on a canvassing team with an undercover reporter from Channel 4. We've also discovered over the course of the day that on another website, he advertises his services for doing undercover filming. I mean, you literally, this is like Netflix. You literally couldn't make this up. Now, we went back to Channel 4, questioned who this guy was, the veracity of what he was saying and in what role he was positioning himself. And Channel 4, interestingly, denied that he was an actor. And yet, we've now found out he's done acting parts in the past for Channel 4.
Oh dear. After all, you wouldn't want to run out of juice, would you? Ha! Smooth.
Can you see how the evidence is mounting up? Now, what I don't know is whether he was paid to do this or whether he volunteered to do this. That part of it, we just don't know. What I do know is that this is a stitch-up on the most astonishing scale. And think about it. An activist for a party, not a candidate who holds no position whatsoever, makes the front page of the Times newspaper. The Prime Minister responds to say how awful he feels for his two daughters about this racist remarks that were made about his family. Folks, this is the biggest stitch-up I've ever seen in my life. And I bet you there's even more we're going to find out. Even more will come out over the course of the next couple of days. Well, you know what? You only start taking flack as they used to say in Bomber Command in World War II, when you're getting near the target, and we're getting near the target. The establishment are literally terrified of us. Terrified, not just of us breaking into Parliament and getting a bridgehead, not just terrified of me being the voice of opposition to a very weak Starmer government, which it will be, and hey, the divided Conservatives couldn't possibly provide anything like that. What they're really scared of is what I've said. Over the next 5 years, I intend to build a mass movement of millions across this country for real change. And they know that I could do it. They know that we could do it. And they're terrified because they know that would have an unstoppable momentum.
Well, there you have it, folks. And if this is proven, this would be the worst case of election interference ever seen in this country. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are.